Hello everyone, in this video let us take a look at Jira Cloud by Atlassian app for Mac. So a couple of days back I received a notification from Atlassian by of course email that do take a look at the Jira Cloud by email, Jira Cloud by Atlassian app for Mac. I'm not sure whether this app, this client was there previously as well, because I don't really use any client for working on Jira. I use the web interface, but I think it can be useful for someone who prefers working on a proper software, and there can be some advantages when it comes to using this application that they can install on their machines on Mac, of course. So I'm looking at the marketplace listing of Jira Cloud by Atlassian. It has some information about things that you can do. You can take a look at the capabilities of the tool. So they're talking about things that you can do, like track the work, update the task. You can take a look at, I believe, your issues, the way you were doing it on the web interface. And my guess is that the features are, of course, limited, because you can't have everything on an application, on a client software that you install on your computer. And the good thing is that you can still do a lot of things. So at least you will be able to work on your issues and do your day-to-day activities. So to be honest, I have no idea about how it will work, and I don't really use this app at all. I'm not really sure if it is a new app or it was there earlier, because when I was reading this this particular listing, it has this line that says now snappier than ever. So I guess there was some version earlier, and I thought, why not take a look at it? Why not evaluate, or why not review this app? So this is the cloud instance that I'm talking about. I will be also opening the same cloud instance on this particular app. So the moment you open your Jira Cloud, I forgot the name of the app. So it's Jira Cloud by Atlassian. So that is the name of the app. So the moment you open Jira Cloud by Atlassian, you will be presented with the option to log in and select the instance that you want to work on. So maybe you have access to multiple instances. You can just select the instance that you want to focus on. And the first thing that you will do, you will of course take a look at your projects. So I'm presented with the option to take a look at the projects that I recently viewed. So I can click on my IT service desk, which is my service desk based project. It is similar to what I have on the cloud, or rather I should say on web interface. I can take a look at all the queues. I can open maybe a queue for major incident, where I can open the issues. I can change the status of the issues from open to maybe in progress. And I believe okay, so it's like a transition screen. This is a comment, and if I open, let us say, the same issue, IST 8, on my web interface, let us see how it works, because I think the way your Jira behaves on your web interface, it should have a similar appeal to it. So if I, let us say, click on resolve button, I'm presented with this option to resolve, of course, but there is an option to fill up the resolution, add a comment, and so on. So I'll try to do the same thing when I'm working on the client. And if I click on, let us say, resolve, there is this option to select the resolution. It is definitely similar. I can add a comment, then I can this is done now. So you do have the option now for these transition screens, I believe. I'm not really sure to what extent the user experience is same, or the features are same, but I think since it's a client and everything is of course saved back or communicated back to the instance, it will require some internet connection. This is my guess. I don't think there is any offline mode here. Uh, if I go back, I can maybe just refresh this particular issue just to see whether the updates were saved back to my cloud. I'm guessing yes, but it is always good to verify. So I can see here that yes, it is indeed completed. I can go back. I can see I can take a look at take a look at my SLAs. SLAs looks same to me. So the overall appeal is quite similar. And if you are familiar with, of course, if you're coming from Jira Server background, this is slightly different because on cloud you have the option to switch the interface, and I made a video on how to switch this kind of a view and go back to this traditional old familiar view, which is very close to what you have on server. So I'm not sure whether whether this can be disabled or not, or whether we can have the same server-like view on the app. I want to also open a normal project. Then we'll take a look at the software-based project. So when I'm looking at my normal project, which is of course I think it's the next gen project if I'm not wrong, like marketing activities. If I open the same project, it is, I believe, a next gen project. Yes, so it is a next gen project. I can take a look at the board, but can I also take a look at the roadmap? So yes, we do have a roadmap, and it looks quite good actually. I mean, yeah, it is interesting. I can't really do a change here. Maybe a new epic. Let us see if I can create this. I can definitely create this, but I think to change the dates, I need to do something. Maybe I have no idea. So I am just trying to play with it. So if I change the due date, maybe. Yes, so I think when you change the dates, the size will be different. But I think there is no dragging of the activities that you can, of course, do this. I mean, you can when you're looking at these epics. If I let us say refresh, I'm talking about the web interface, of course. But when you're working with the web interface, you have the option to simply just drag the duration, kind of a duration, or rather update the dates. It is of course very handy, and people like this feature. So this looks good. We have the option to take a look at the reports, the releases. I want to take a look at the reports. So we do have some reports here. So the reports look really good, and we have something called as settings. So details. I believe you can't really modify or so you can do the same thing, like you can turn off the roadmaps. You can turn off these features that you can do on the cloud, on the web interface. But I was interested in understanding whether I can also modify the schemes or do some changes. I guess not. I think it's a bit too much to ask. Let me open a Scrum-based project. So when I open a Scrum-based project, I can take a look at the sprint view. My active board. On top, I can take a look at the boards. I can take a look at the backlog as well, which is great. So maybe I want to create a new sprint. So there is do we have any option to create a new sprint? Okay, so there is a button that says add a sprint. So I can add a sprint, I believe. Okay, so this is fine. I'm happy. Create a new issue. You can. This is a new issue. Fine. On top, we also have the option to create a new issue. The view is slightly. The interface is slightly. It's not very obvious that you are creating an issue. I guess it is just a matter of time. I think it's all about getting used to the interface. So let us create a new issue. This, okay, I'm not able to type something here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Yes, this is a summary of my issue. And let us create maybe a story. So you can change, this is my description, and you can say show all fields. So you can change the priority. To be honest, this feels like a iOS app. I have developed iOS apps in the past, and the interface. The appeal is quite familiar to me, at least because I know how it works when you create those apps on iOS, and I know how it works because you can create different scenes. But okay, let us not talk about the apps, how apps are built. But the UI is definitely different, quite different from the web interface. But I think if you're talking about getting things done, I believe it is fine. It will get the work done. If you ask me, can I switch to this? No, I don't think so. I still prefer the web interface because I'm much more used to it. But I believe someone new who is coming to this Atlassian ecosystem and trying to use Jira, someone maybe using Jira for non-technical projects, I guess they can still use it because at end of the day you are able to do your work, which is the most important thing. So I might be able to use it. I personally don't spend too much time working on Mac-based applications. Most of the work that we do is either on the web interface, or it is maybe on terminal, or maybe using some IDE if you're doing some scripting or coding. But it is good to know that there is an app, and especially as a consultant, I know I can probably recommend this app to someone who is looking for another way to work on Jira. So this is definitely a good idea that you have the option to work on your Jira projects from a desktop-based application. I can tell you from my experience that people do ask for this thing a lot, especially when someone is trying to replace a tool in big organizations. People coming from a different tool, legacy-based tools, and they're trying to use Jira. They ask this question that do we have any desktop application? So now we know that we do have this application, or now I know that there is an application, at least on Mac. I'm not sure whether there is an app or there is a software on Windows or not. So let us take a look at some of the reports. Do they have like a work burn down report? I guess no, because I can change my avatar. I can take a look at the releases, which is all good. Let us take a look at all the projects. Maybe I may want to take a look at do I have any sample project? No, we don't have any sample project. Let me take a look at the create project option on top. So this is a new project. So I can create a project. Of course, I'm able to do it because I am admin. So I'll select Scrum and create. There is no option to select or specify key. Okay, which is fine. So roadmap. Okay, so by default it is creating a next gen project for me. No, I don't want to create a next gen project. I want to create a Scrum based project. If I go back to my project management, I don't know how to create a Scrum based project on this, because when I selected Scrum, by default it was creating a project which is not really a Kanban, not really a normal Scrum Jira software project. I have the option to, let me take a look at the project again. So can I do something with this? Okay, so we have settings, we have features. So I can modify, I can add maybe reports. I can also link it to Confluence. Do they have any integration with Confluence? I'm not sure. I'll probably check it. So, okay, so there is a burn down, and I wanted to take a look at this burn down for the other project where I do have some data, but I am not able to use it. Anyways, I think I'll probably make further videos. Let us search for the issues. So if you click on this, you are taken to this interface where you can, I believe, type something if you search. So it is quickly searching. I can also use this interface on top to do a basic search. Do they have any option to use something like this, like a JQL. Can I type JQL here? I'm not sure. Maybe let us do issue type. One thing that I wanted to do was increase the size of this. I'm not sure if it can work, but let us take a look at the filters. So we have the list of all the filters here. Can I open one of the filter here? Filter for CTK board. I will probably open something else. Okay, this one is fine. So we do have something here, like a lot of issues. So overall, I think I mean the experience is good because it is quite fast. It is not like you click on something and you're waiting for it. It works reasonably fast. If you of course compare it with the web interface. The web interface is of course because it is on the web, you are limited by your connection or maybe your latency, but the client version, the Mac version, is also not bad at all. It works. It is usable. I can't really complain about it. The only thing that I was looking for is the configuration options, like how I can also modify things. But I think that is not really a feature yet on this app. You can definitely create issues, or not really create issues, but you can definitely create a project. I guess you need to be I'm not sure if creating a project is only limited to next-gen projects, or maybe I need to create a project on the web interface. But it seems like you can create a project, but only next-gen based projects, because you do have the option to select a template here. Like if I select maybe project management, and if I click on the button create, please enter a different project name. Okay, all right. Different project name. Okay. All right. I'll enter something different and let us create a project. So settings. So it's a simple project. I believe it is not even next gen. It is just a simple Jira core based projects. So I'll probably come back to this app. I will keep it installed on my computer, and I will definitely let you know my feedback. My feedback after 2 months or maybe 6 months. I don't know. I don't think I'll be using this because I still prefer the web version, because I do most of the. I am a Jira administrator. That is my main role, my work, and I know that I can do that, of course, on the web interface. So I'll stick to it. But for me, I think it is good to know that you do have this option, and I can probably recommend it. I can definitely recommend it because it is. I don't find any issues with it using it. It is of course my first experience. I did like some kind of an unboxing today in front of you. So this is my unboxing experience, and my first initial impression is definitely good. The app is definitely snappy. I don't think I should say it is not. It is usable. It is definitely usable. It is. Definitely easy to use as well as compared to the web interface. But I think if you're coming from the web interface, if you have a lot of experience working on Jira, it will take definitely some time. But if you're new to Jira, I think if you start using this application, then you'll probably be okay. If you have never used Jira on the web, I don't think you'll find any difference when it comes to doing things like working on the issues, creating issues, assigning issues to someone else, taking a look at the reports, and assigning, reassigning, adding a comment. And you do have the push notifications. So those push notifications can be useful for someone who is working on help desk. So this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.